Hey, how's it going and welcome to another video. So I finished playing the Persona 5 Scramble demo, which is up on the Japanese PlayStation Store right now. If you want to play it for yourself, all you really need is a Japanese PSN account. It's pretty easy to make one. Just look up a guide for like how to make one and you should be able to get the rest going pretty easy. So a game like Persona 5 Scramble, just like a Persona or Megami Tensei in general, like Musou or Warriors game, is something I've always kinda wanted. It just seemed like a really perfect sort of fit for that style of game with, you know, all the different enemies, the demons, the characters' movesets, like all the different spells and stuff. It just seemed like an idea that would really work. And even though the demo is only like, it's not even an hour's worth of content, it's about 45 minutes, I'd say. Even with this sort of narrow view into what the game is going to be, I think they fucking nailed it. So on the surface, it is your typical Warriors game where you kind of mow through these big-ass hordes of enemies. But it has a couple of really nice, great touches that I think work well with just kind of the totality of the gameplay of Persona 5, the style of it, and working all that together into, like, a fun action game. You know, just like in Persona 5 and the rest of, like, Megami Tensei, all the different enemies have weaknesses. So, like, you hit a pixie with a curse attack, it'll be like a press turn, you'll get a one more, and they'll be knocked down. And then you can follow it up with basically an all-out attack, which is like an AoE. And so I think that's a really great way of capturing that sort of feedback loop of, you know, how you play Persona and Megami Tensei and stuff, of you want to always keep the barrage going. And just from what I've played of it, it really does feel like a great conversion of Persona 5 from like the RPG to just being an action game. Since it manages to keep in a lot of the elements that make that combat system fun in something that's like entirely different. Since it still does feel a little bit like playing an RPG even though you're not. And this game is obviously, like, story-wise, a continuation of the plot of Persona 5, like it takes place after. And I'd say it's fairly safe to say, like, I don't speak for everybody, but it seems like the general consensus is people are more excited for Scramble than Royal at this point. And for me, at least, a lot of that has to do with the fact that, like, I'm ready to move past, like, Persona 5, you know? I'm ready to see what happens after. I want to see sort of the next steps of these characters' lives, the new adventures. So I'm excited to see what happens throughout the course of this thing. Like, I obviously don't understand a fucking word of what they're saying, because it's Japanese. But it was nice being able to see the gang again, because I really do like the Persona 5 crew a lot. And I'm excited to be able to play as all of them, too. Sadly, you can only play as Joker in the demo, but, you know, that's to be expected. Looks great, sounds great. I really like a lot of the remixes of, like, the Persona 5 soundtrack that they put into this. A lot of the new characters look really, really cool. Like, Sophia wasn't a character that I was like, oh, wow, Sophia, amazing. But after seeing her in action, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Zenkichi looks really cool. And dog, fucking Alice is, like, one of the horniest character designs I've seen in a good minute. The part where she, like, steps on Joker and she's got that seductive shadow voice, it's like, whew. She's got them stockings and, oh, fuck me, dude. And even though I had a lot of fun with the demo as it is, I really feel like this is going to be the kind of game that gets more fun, like, the more you get into it. You know, once you start getting more characters and, like, more personas and stuff, and the enemy selection becomes bigger, I think that's when the gameplay and the fun and the, like, that Warriors factor of there always being some shit to do, some character to play as, like, that's gonna really amplify. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. Really looking forward to it coming out, like, whenever it's supposed to come out in the States. Does it even have a confirmed release date here yet? I don't think it does. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Really satisfying to play. Sounds great, looks really good. And definitely one of my more anticipated releases of 2020 at this point. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.